So in general, so far, we we had the combo, but never able to pay everything because even with our own sphere, then it was almost like it was playing for them. That we would play out a sphere and then they would have their own taxing effects. So maybe something I should have taken out were the taxing effects, since that's already the game plan they're willing to play. And so if they're willing to play the taxing game plan, maybe I shouldn't let them lean into it. Would it have really given me anything different? What did I take out? Just trying to remember what I sideboarded out when I did. So I took out a chalice. I already took out a thorn, so maybe it would have been... There really wasn't that much to come in. Alright, let's go back. Jump in here. And it probably helps if we go to the match itself. We won the die roll again. You like this version? I mean, it does seem interesting. Alright, I could put a chalice on 0 as well as a thorn of amethyst. Is that good enough? Who knows? But we'll keep. I don't know what kind of decks our opponent likes to play. I also don't really know shops myself, but I feel like some of it, it's like, okay, well, what if we can put out certain kinds of pressure to maybe hold them back to a degree? Like, part of me wants to play Chalice on 1, but that... I feel like the point of Chalice is to turn off the Moxes and the fast mana of the world. So that's what makes me think that's a better way to do it. And then we just get a Thorn of Amethyst going. We could get a Golos going. We get a... What's the card? Thespian Stage to go with our Dark Depths. And then we'd be all set. Our opponent is contemplating their opening hand. Contemplating it very much so. So yeah, it's gonna be hard not to go Ancient Tomb, Chalice on 1, just because I'm so used to doing that, especially from our Legacy days. Chalice is meant to be cast on 1 off an Ancient Tomb. That's just what you do. Okay. So they decided to keep. Force a negation with a Mind Break Trap. Okay. So they must have some kind of Moxes, which maybe they'll play a chain of them. You know, or not. Hear me out. I could play a Mirage Mirror, or I could strip mine them. We could always Mirage Mirror next turn. Maybe this way they had pay for force up. Just thinking. If they had a fetch land, they would have led with a fetch land because you can't interact with it the same. Yeah. So here we go get a Thespian stage. But yeah, so they had the force that we knew about. So we've now made them burn more. What's the other thing they threw away? A mental misstep. So let's give double thorn during their turn. It does not retain the ability. What would they have? They could have. They have 3 cards. They have 3 cards, but they're also hindered by Thorn. Well, quote, air quote, hindered by Thorn. They're going to bolt, snap, bolt us. All right. So, Grixis Force of Wills. Hi, buddy. They fought over a chalice on 0, so obviously they find that relevant. In general, the sphere effects will be relevant. I think Tabernacle is a cut. I mean, Bog. What's Bog gonna do? Nothing. They could potentially have Dak Faden making Crucible a liability. Grafdigger's Cage. What would they have? Tinker could be something to fight. Well, only would stop Grafdigger's Cage. No, or it would stop the Citadel itself. Okay. I could be talked into at least a Grafdigger's Cage. Wormcoil isn't the kind of thing we need to finish with. Silent Arbiter, I don't think they're... I assume their creatures are maybe like Hull Breacher, Dread Horde, that kind of thing. Spyglass could maybe be cuttable. But if they have something like Dak, I do want to turn it off. How about let's go for maximum. The one time I catch them with Mindbreak Trap, it's gonna be fabulous. Because we'll draw it in our opening hand, they'll play all this stuff out, and then we get them. Just like we drew it up. Right, dogs? Alright, so we did lose the first one. Oh, that's true. Well, how about this one? How about turn 1 Leyline, or turn 0 Leyline, turn 1 Helm, and activate. This is what we signed up for. I love myself a Helm. I would agree with you. 3 mana, 4 mana, Sprite Dragon, go to town. Brain Freeze. Yes, there is. We are some amount of Monty. How about that? Partial Monty. We are not the full Monty. We're like 30% Monty. Safe. There you go. Playing a little safe for work, Monty. Well, we'll take that. All right. 1 and 1. Got a loss, got a win. Keep it rolling.